Hello, welcome back to another episode of Controlling Chelsea. It's Kezman again today. We're actually going to be straight into the Brighton game. Few things to note. You can probably tell here. My dog's barking. Never mind her. Um, Brighton actually have sacked their manager Chris Hughton before the game with us, so not my fault, but they haven't got him. And they're also 19th in the table, so we'll be looking to exploit that straight away. Um, I am going to start with this tactic, and I'm actually going to play. I know it doesn't really want me to, but I want to play Hazard. He's knackered, but I need to play him today. I think it's not going to be an easy game. It's away at Brighton. Whenever you're playing a team in the relegation zone, I feel like it's a struggle, and it always tends to be. So I'm going to start and play Hazard to kick off with, and then we'll see how we are with the game progresses. But I do want to make sure we get these 3 points today, and we'll move on to basically harder games later. But we'll wrap the 3 points up if we can. It should be relatively straightforward, but again, nothing in football is certain, eh? Never know. Very quiet start to the game, which is, I don't know if it's good or bad for me. Marcus Alonso, Hazard, Willian, Jorginho, Kovacic. He shot. I was going to say, don't shoot. The words were coming out of my mouth, oh, don't shoot. He's, I don't even know if that's curled in, but it looked like just a place. It wasn't even that fast, but that is a lovely goal from Kovacic. First goal of the season now. Jorginho just lays it off to him. And I was literally about to say, don't shoot. Oh, it's a curler. And it's a screamer. He's bent it in from long range, as the thing just says down there. Wow. What a goal to start off with. And that's really got to be a sucker punch to Brighton, who's probably come out to try and defend here and get either a clean sheet, a draw, or maybe just grab a point. Obviously, sacking the manager is not good, so obviously means they're in a bit of a pickle anyway. Kovacic, Willian, Loftus Cheek, Willian, Loftus Cheek, back out to Zappacosta. Well, that's a crunching tackle from Gartain Bong. Cleared away. Zappacosta can pick it back up. He's everywhere today, it seems. Kovacic, Loftus Cheek, Zappacosta. In the box to Hazard. He's tackled. And again, Kovacic has hit the bar with another long range effort. He's on fire today. He's definitely feeling something. Approaching half time now. I'm just going to ask boys to show some passion. Try and extend this lead. Put the game to bed. That's what I'll be looking for. It is half time, and unfortunately, Hazard has not earned a break yet. I'm going to switch something around there quickly and give him a bit of help. Bring on Barkley. Keep Loftus Cheek out there. I'm actually going to bring on Pardew as well, because he's impressed me recently. His performance against Man U was so mature, and I want to give him a bit more game time. Looking for that second goal, though. It's always important to try and emphasise and continue on your lead. Why is my dog barking? Hold on, I'm literally just looking out my window. Oh, she just wants to go somewhere. Someone is leaving. Oh, for God's sake, we got an injury to Loftus Cheek. I'll bring on Pedro because he's literally the only option we have now on the bench. Got 20 odd minutes to go now, but 27 as I'm speaking. Hopefully, we'll wrap this game up. I'd love a second goal. Just put the game to bed because I feel like 1-0. Every time I'm at 1-0 in this game, something goes wrong. It'll be a cock end in 90th minute to make it 1-0. I swear to God. Anyway, we're trying to push forward and look for that second to kill the game, but the game is ticking along nicely for us. I'm going to put it on cautious now. As I do that, there is a highlight. Matty Ryan for Brighton, cleared away. Headed away by Proper there. Kovacic just got the ball. Hazard. Pardew now. Kovacic. Look right to Zappacosta. Well done. Zappacosta on the ball. Crosses. It's away. Jorginho. Hazard. Oh, that's a lax ball. But Alonso's got it and he's bent it. That's always going over. I'm on cautious, so we should be able to get a counter attack, but we'll see when we're into the 5 minutes early on. I'm going to put it very defensive for the last minute or so. And this should be the last highlight of the game, and I really hope they don't score from it. Blow the whistle, please, ref. Bong. Blocked it. Get in. That was a lot harder than it needed to be, boys. I must say, I'm a bit disappointed in that performance. We've won, and it was due to a wonder goal from Mateo Kovacic. But other than that, rough, very rough. Oh, we got Loftus Cheek out for 12 days, 2 weeks, a relatively short term. Kovacic out for 1 to 3 days, so not that bad at all. Probably continue here. I'll join you back for the Huddersfield game. We're not into January just yet, so I won't be doing any long form type of stuff yet. But We'll get to Huddersfield, play that game, and then we'll jump to Bournemouth. I'll see you in a moment. Hello guys, a few things to cover before we get into the Huddersfield game. If we take a look at my inbox here, Hazard, new contract, 5-year deal. I've tied him down on the same wages he was on, so we've got plenty of years of Hazard to enjoy. Wanted to do this for a few reasons. He only had 2 years on his current deal, so we would have got either an insulting offer this year or an even worse one the year after. If someone wants to buy him now, you've got to pay over 100 million, easily over 100 million to be able to get him. So that covers us in a few ways, and also we're keeping one of the best players in the world at the moment. So it's a win-win. Also, first signing of January. Well, not even January. I've done it before because I realised we were affiliated with Vitesse, and I know this guy, not personally. I know him as in I've used him on many saves and many saves last year. This is Thomas Boytink, or Boytink, Butink. I wouldn't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Boytink. So we'll go with that for now. If someone knows any Dutch, please let me know. Why did I sign him? I don't have a scout report. I don't really need it. I've played this game far too much to know that he's a pretty good player. If you look at his age, he's 18. He's very good. He's quite well versed in more or less every position you could think up front. Obviously, primarily a striker. He's a decent height. I think he's about 5'7". Yeah, 5'7", and he's relatively quite quick for what he is. I've signed him in for 4.5 million. He'll be joining 1st of Jan. Really, I didn't really want to go over it, but literally we're affiliated. I remembered him and I signed him. I spent a couple of million on our transfer budget, but it shouldn't matter too much at all. And it's a rotational striker. So when Higuain leaves next year, we've got a young striker up and coming who I can partner with Giroud or potentially another incoming striker. Hard to guess right now. Either way, we're into the Huddersfield game now. I'm going to give Hazard his rest. I'm not even going to put him on the bench, so I can actually stick to my word to not use him. I'm going to rotate the team a little bit, though. Going to play Hudson-Odoi and Pedro. Keep it kind of rotated. I'm going to play Sabacosta because you'll get really annoyed if I don't play him. And I want to play Azpilicueta as well. Apart from that should be it. Yeah, okay, we'll do with that. It's only Huddersfield at home, so mark my words, if we lose, I'll be very upset. They're playing the same formation, which we drew 1-1 with Leicester, so I'm going to bear that in mind. If we're 1-0 up, I'm going to push for that. Just check the league table when we get a second, when we get into the next highlight. 1 second. There's actually no highlights. What's going on? Here we go. So that, yeah, they're rock bottom. So, and we're at home. So you'd expect a win here, but you know, you never know with FM, do you? Statistically, we've started really well. We've not turned it into any type of goal yet, but gotta hope that's coming soon. Is that oh, that is a fantastic goal. I don't know if he meant it, but that cross from Azpilicueta there was basically a goal. It was fantastic. All he had to do is put the slightest of touches with his head. If he just steered it in the net, look at that. He literally carried it on its way. He like flicked it backwards. There's some good neck muscles. But it's put us 1-0 up, and we're up to 4th, which is the best thing to see. Oh my god, he's actually scored a goal. Callum Hudson-Odoi, my love child. He's going to be on the thumbnail there. I always pick the thumbnail depending on who played really well in the episode. I know he's only got 1 goal and he ain't really done that much, but scoring against Huddersfield, that's good enough for me. He's on the thumbnail. Done. Get in. 2-0, and there's a minute later, there's another highlight. It's cleared out. Is that a penalty? It's given. Oh, Huddersfield have collapsed. We've scored in 23, 26, and it might be 27 again. Higuain on the penalty now with no Hazard on the pitch. Can he score? No, what is wrong with us? Barkley? Look what is going on. Why can't we score penalties? No matter the taker. Look at that though. We could have had 3 goals in 5 minutes. Good half though. A good first half so far. We'll take Kovacic off at half time. Maybe just because he's knackered. I didn't actually notice his fitness, or I wouldn't have started him. Hudson-Odoi, Jorginho, Kovacic. Oh, I thought he was going to get a goal to crown his first half. Whenever I mention someone, oh, Barkley's injured straight away. Oof, not good. Suppose it has to be Willian. Oh, that's not good. We'll continue on though. Hopefully not a long one for Barkley. Either way, I'm going to sound horrible when I say this. Loftus-Cheek is like for like and can play the position really well. So I'll be looking to use him if he's out for any extended period of time. And Pardew on for Kovacic. And we should be able to see the game out. Hopefully push on for a third and fourth. Really, really simple game so far, I must say. They've not been challenged in any way. They've had 2 shots and on target. We're up to 33 shots and 20 on target. We've only got 2 goals. Feel, at the end of the day, these type of games, I don't look at the stats because as long as we get that win, I'm not that bothered. It should have been by more. Next year, we'll be looking at when we've got our stamp on the team, got Pulisic coming in, which is obviously a massive signing. Some of them I might have bought anyway if they weren't signing him in real life. Obviously, he's back on loan at Dortmund for this year, but he'll be back with us next year. And Pardew's trying it again. Willian. Hudson-Odoi, he's got a second of the game. Get in. He's earning his place on that thumbnail. Get in. I really am happy for him. He's one of my favourite players. I was watching him play for England yesterday. We'll watch the highlight of the goal again. And he just looks sharp. Chelsea would be really, really silly to let him go. I've already offered him a new deal on this save, which was earlier in the season. Episode 2 or 3, I think it was. He's already signed that, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, we're keeping hold of him. There's 3-0, job done. We've had over 40 shots now, which is ridiculous. I'd like a fourth just to put the rubber stamp on it. Pedro. There's the main man himself. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, block cross, Jason Puncheon. Most famous for having a ship. Carlin Grant. Oh, he's missed the sitter there. Through on goal. Free kick to Huddersfield. Strange highlight. Chris Lowe. Or lower. Billing. It's blocked. Why is there 14? Feel like we've got everyone back. What's going on? Marcus Alonso. Oh, it's the end of game highlight where everything looks a bit funny. Hudson-Odoi. Right over to Pedro. And Pardew. He shoots. Oh, unlucky. I think I've made Ethan and Pardew Frank Lampard. I don't know why he has the eye for a long shot for some reason. But anyway, fantastic. Man of the match for Hudson-Odoi. 2 goals. Higuain tops up with 1. And it's a very routine 3-0 win. We'll move on to Bournemouth. And I'll meet you back in about 2 seconds. Hello boys, back for the Bournemouth one. And I find myself at a sense of, I'm excited now. We've got the Bournemouth and then the Palace game to start with. The Palace game being the last game of the episode. But the episode after this, episode 10 fittingly, I believe. Or no, 8. No, episode 9 it will be next. I had to count up from 8 then. I found it a struggle. I think I need to go back to school. Yeah, but episode 9, as it will be. 8 obviously is just going to be these 4 games going forward. But 9's going to be a special one. We're going to be playing some games, playing through. It might be a long one. Could be pushing an hour. I'm going to be looking at targets, evaluating the squad. Any offers come in, I'm going to talk you through my thought process, whether I will sell them or not. And it's already heating up. People are interested in some of my players. Alonso's getting some interest. Azpilicueta's getting some interest. Giroud is getting interest. Hazard's interest has gone dead because I've given him a 5-year deal. Willian's got interest. Zappacosta's got interest. Rudiger. Loads of people are interested in my players. So January's going to be interesting. I want to show you when you sell a big player or you get good money for a player, how to reinvest that into your squad with younger talent for cheaper. So next episode is going to be very important. Today though, not to look past our opposition now, you've seen the team here. I'm going to carry on and we got Bournemouth away. Probably our hardest game of the episode, not to disrespect the other 2 teams. Obviously coming off the back of 2 wins. It's going to be a harder task today. Bournemouth away, they're in 7th, so they're playing really well. And we'll get into it. They've got a few good players, I must say. I want to raid Bournemouth. I might even activate Ake's release clause, but I don't have 40 million to do so. I think he would probably cost more than 40 million to just go out and buy. So I'm going to make like a bid later, probably in the next episode, just to see what they would expect for him. If it's anything more than 40, I might activate the clause if I can manage to raise the funds to do it. He's a great player. I don't think they ever should have sold him. If, for instance, the way I'm playing this save, I would have kept him. Of course I would. Oh, Callum Wilson, that must be a goal. Who's made that mistake? Who was that? Was that David Luiz? Christensen again. He's got a clanger in him all the time. Was it? Is that? No, it was Christensen. That's bad. I'm literally just gonna whack him off now. I don't. Whenever someone makes a mistake like that, I just pull them off. It's literally. I know it's the most cruel thing to do, but I don't want people to make a clanger. They do. They tend to not recover though. That's the thing. They just don't. They're stuck on a low rating, which means in turn they play worse. So they play terribly for the rest of the game. So it's not any good. I can't really help that Louise is also on 6.3, so God knows what he's done to do that. Smith with a throw in there. Intercepted by Pedro. Jorginho. Higuain. Lovely pass. Kovacic scored. He's in. I didn't see that coming, I must say. Higuain with a little sideways pass to Kovacic, and he's on fire at the moment in finishing form. People probably say, oh, it's really harsh. Why did you take Christensen off? I hate seeing shit like that. I just haven't got time for individual errors, and he's made specifically two. So if the longer I kept him on the pitch, oh, that's a red. I could tell straight away. Well, this game has just turned on its head, hasn't it? We've literally equalised. I've got a red card in a few minutes. Alonso with a free kick now. Louise back in. Ake out. Louise on the volley. Oh my God, that is such a good goal. I'm actually breathless by how good that was. I need a better angle though, because there we go. So Marcus Alonso kicks it in. King heads away. Louise heads back in. Ake heads away. Louise picks up on the volley, and it is top right corner from your centre back. Whoa. And he's turned the game on its head. So in the space of literally 4 minutes, they've had a man sent off and we scored 2, and we're up 2-1 at half time. That is such a good goal. I've not seen anything like that from a centre back before. These ratings shot up, innit? Half time, we've already made that one change. I might do something. I might bring on Hudson Odoi a bit later, but I'm pensive whether to do so. Actually, I'm going to do this. If we switch these round, actually, like that. There we go. Pedro off, Hudson Odoi on the left, Willian on the right now, then Hazard into his more central role. Willian with a cross, Higuain, Hazard, Hudson Odoi. Oh, I'd love if he scored again. Marcus Alonso out on the wing. Literally a couple of seconds into the second half, we look dangerous. I'm going to ask them to get creative. Well, have they made a triple sub? Oh, they've made all 3 of their subs. They're not made a triple sub, beg pardon, but they've made all 3. If they get another injury, that's going to put them down to 9. I'm just going to encourage the boys. The game is ticking down nicely, I must say. I'm going to bring on Giroud for the last couple of minutes. They are changing their. Look at this. They're literally changing the formation every few minutes, trying to get something to work. We've got a highlight. Literally looks like the last kick of the game. It's all over. That game was condensed into literally the first half highlights there, but I don't mind. It's a fantastic win, and it moves. If you look at it, if you avert your eyes to the table, boys, we're 8 points off top now. We're a bit further than we was off top before, but we are solidified into top 4 now. We are a point clear of 5th, and we're 5 points clear of 6th. So we've settled quite nicely in, and we've, as I said, I thought West Ham would drop. We've dropped Bournemouth even further now, so we've really sorted that. That top 4 looks to be settling now, and it's still contentious for the 4th spot, but we're aiming higher than that. In the next game, which I'll show you, obviously we're playing Palace at home, get some revenge for that away loss early in the season, and then hopefully carry on pushing up that table. You'll join me back for that just in a moment. Hello boys, welcome to the last part of the video now. We've got literally, I just spoke to the board to add 3 more coaches. I'll do that off camera, so don't worry, you ain't got to worry yourself about it, but I'll get that sorted by the time you next see it. Additionally, the beginning has started. It's already started January, so obviously I'll go more in depth for this for next episode, but we've begun with winning manager of the month, and look at the form we've had. Obviously the 3-3 draw with Watford, the 3-0 against Newcastle, 4-0 against Manchester, 4-0 against Everton, 1-0 against Brighton, 3-0 against Huddersfield, and 2-1 against Bournemouth. So we've won the majority of the matches we've played. Quickly, just to show you, we've got offers for Caballero. To be honest, them taking him, and then this one's alright, and I'm not going to let them pay half his wages, but 6 is alright, still getting 24 grand of the wage bill back. and a player off the books who we're not really using at all. And we can bring in a youth goalkeeper. It's only a rotational player we're really getting rid of. Oh God, we need a break, really do. This FA Cup game, I'm going to play a really young team because even our rotational players are knackered. So we've got to look at that and address that as soon as we can. Today, though, we've got the last game of the episode. We've got Palace at home. We go into the team selection here. I'm going to ask the boys to basically play one last game. I'm going to play Hazard. I know he needs a rest, but I just want to get this game over the line. So I'm going to go ahead with this team. Not going to change the formation. Don't feel like changing anything at the moment is worthwhile. And we'll see how we go. But yeah, overall 3 wins so far out of 4. And hopefully we can make it 4 out of 4. Have a perfect episode. I don't think we've had that ever. Even against the Liverpool. The Liverpool game was the only thing stopping us from last time. Alonso whisker off the post there. Yeah, I don't think we've had a perfect episode before. So we'll be looking to do that. Obviously, the first game of 2019. First day, first game. Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi into the box. Squares it Jorginho. 1-0. Good start. Hudson-Odoi with an assist now. So 2 goals and assists in as many games. He's doing well. So he's contributed to 3 goals in the last 3 games. Really, really turning up now. It's good to see. Kovacic. Lovely ball to Marcus Alonso. Eden Hazard. Back to Alonso. Into the box. Higuain. He's made it 2. I don't know how that went in, but he's poof. Yeah, 10th goal of the season for the big man there. Very happy for that. Just want to watch this again from this angle. Hazard just wasn't bothered there. Pass it right back to Alonso. He's very good on that foot. Oh, Alonso cross hit the post and Higuain just tapped in. Oh, Alonso could have scored then. 2 goals in 4 minutes though. Quick 1-2 from ourselves, which hopefully should just kill the game stone dead. They've come out with a 4-1, 4-1, so I don't see themselves getting very much forward for the rest of the game. But we'll see. We have the tendency to surprise myself and play like absolute shit. So we'll see, won't we? Ayew. Wan-Bissaka. Cleared from Zappacosta. Higuain now. Hazard. Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi. Alonso. Lovely searching ball there. Back in. Jorginho. Hazard. Hudson-Odoi. Kovacic. Oh, that should have been 3, I think. Especially with Kovacic's form recently. He's been on fire. Hazard. Lovely little turn. Max Meyer there tackled. Coming back. Sacco. Van Aanholt. Former Chelsea man as well, I believe. Van Aanholt went from Chelsea to Sunderland to here, if I believe right. Yeah, I think so. Pedro. Really dominating the game, I gotta say. The intricate passing here is fantastic. Hudson-Odoi nearly. I mean, I probably say it once every episode, but this is probably our most dominant performance so far. They really haven't had a sniff, and we're playing really nice football. Gotta try and inspire them. I've inspired a few of them, not everyone. Half time, I'll make my typical subs. What are we thinking? Hudson-Odoi off. He's playing well. He's actually playing the best out of the 3. There's no really. I'm gonna bring on the Ambe, give him a go. Giroud as well, and we'll leave the 3rd sub for later, or just in case an injury pops up. I am partial to a 3-man sub. Depends on the game though. It depends on the occasion. Like really, if it's necessary or something is really going wrong, I'll try and do it. But yeah, we haven't been in that situation so far. We took our beatings early on in the season. We really regrouped well, I have to say. And we're on our best run of form. What a save from Kepa. Whenever I talk positively about the team and the save and everything, how it's going, I feel like we concede. So I'm going to try and knock that back a bit. Not really sure what to do. In terms of my last change, it looks like the game's pretty much wrapped up. Probably, even Ampadu actually needs a rest. He's played too many games recently, so that's actually quite funny. I'll probably bring on Emerson. I haven't seen him very recently, and Alonso's attracted interest, and also one of our best players at the moment, so I'm going to bring him off. We've got a half hour to go. Jorginho, David Luiz on the back of his amazing goal. Emerson on the left-hand side. Cross to hit someone straight away, but we tend to recycle the ball really well whenever that happens. Pedro. Pedro and Hazard just knocking it in between each other, and Hazard tries like a chip from about 35 yards, which was only narrowly over the bar, so not as bad as it looked. Oh, Emerson with a first-time shot there. But yeah, I mean, overall, this episode couldn't have gone better. We've won every game we've had to play. Next episode is going to be interesting. I'll show you how we go through everything in terms of January, and hopefully it's a good one. Giroud makes it free now with a header downwards. They are really battling it out, him and Higuain. Higuain's on 10, I believe, now, and Giroud's just scored his 11th. And Giroud is primarily playing quite a lot off the bench. So it's a battle. This is why I wanted the two of them to play in between each other and never with each other, but always one in, one out. And I've thankfully fallen into a place where both of them are on form and scoring goals, which is very rare. Like, look at Tottenham with Kane and Llorente. Llorente doesn't score. Kane is usually always scoring. It doesn't really work like that. And even if like Llorente will come on, Kane usually stays on. I don't really like that approach. I like to tend to I always stick with the same system. I don't really tend to muck around with the formation mid-game. Obviously early in the season when I don't know what I want to do. But now I'm settled with this formation. I'm really happy with it. I like the way we play. You can see by the results as well. We're picking up more wins and everything is getting better. Hudson-Odoi now. I'd love him to get a goal. But everything's going pretty smoothly, I must say. Pedro? Yeah, he's made it 4. Hit the post. Or Guaita saved it, but either way he couldn't stop it because Pedro just nips in and makes it 4. I won't show the replay. I feel bad for them. And that should be the game now. Blow the whistle, ref. They've had enough. Throw the towel in. Oh no. Not 5, surely. Jorginho. Oh, come on. I think it's teasing me. There you go. 4-0. Fantastic. I've given him an excellent. That's all I can really say at the moment. I feel like I'm just clicking, yep, I agree. It's excellent. Well done. Fantastic. Pop 1 continue before we knock on, but I'll just show you the table before we say goodbye. As I said, thank you for support again, guys. We're 3 points clear of 5th now, so we're settled into that top 4, and we're only, fantastically, we're still 8 points off top, but 2nd and 3rd places look very much achievable now. We've moved ourselves into contention, and that's just due to finding the tactic which works, sticking to it, and the results have improved. I'll leave you with the table here. Obviously, as usual, if you liked it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like it, feel free to dislike. I just want to hear some feedback. As we are in January, please do let me know who you'd like me to take a look at. If you've got any suggestions of names, I promise I'll have a look at it for the next episode. So I'll get this uploaded today. If you've got any information or any players or any rough area of the world you want me to check out, I'll have a look, I promise. Thank you very much for watching. It's been Kezman. See you later.